Hey everyone, welcome back. We are on Sunday now, so we have our peppermint cheesecake that has been sitting overnight in the fridge. I just kept them on the trivet and actually had them on a pot holder in the fridge overnight. So I'm going to go ahead and just remove the pan from this trivet piece because we'll no longer need that for right now. Take off our, well, I haven't done any of this yet, so looks pretty good. Looks like a cheesecake. So you guys can see there. Excuse me, I have to come this way because of my microphone cord, but I'm gonna grab my little cake tester and releaser here. Which will help me hopefully to get our Okay, so I'm going to go based off of the last time and hoping that you can still hear me. So, good grief. All right. That's what happens when you're not prepared with all of your tools. So what I'm going to do, I can see it's released from the pan, so it doesn't look like it's stuck or anything. But I'm just going to go around with my releaser here. See what the best way. Trying not to make it look like a badger has been going after this cheesecake. Oh dear. Good thing we're going to be putting some whipped cream on top. Okay. So let's see. All right, you know what? I'm just going to give it a go. Excuse me, I just lifted my finger. So I'm going to go ahead and pop our clasp here on a springboard pan. I went ahead and got a decorative tray out to go kind of with our Christmas theme, and I should have gone around the rest of the pan. So let me do that. Okay, so it is a good idea to run your cake tester and releaser all the way around your pan. But it looks like we still, it's a little messy. This is our first try, so I live and I learn, and I will still eat this because it will be delicious. So let me just come here. I'm sliding this off of the counter, but I'm keeping my hand underneath the bottom, so I'm holding onto that bottom metal tray piece. And so there we can slip our hand through to get our cheesecake out. So looks okay. I mean, looks a little rough, but we're going to decorate them, so it'll be pretty. So I'm going to go ahead, set these over here since they're all messy. So I think what I'm going to do just for the ease of getting this going is just set him on here on the metal tray. I think ideally we would remove him. I have a really big spatula that I use for large sugar cookies that would probably work well to fit under there and get him off there because that was buttered crust. But you put a little whipped cream on the bottom, no one will ever even know. So, that's what I'm going with here today. Grab my hands are all messy. So what we're going to do now to finish this off is, like I said, give it a little decoration to kind of cover up my gopherness there. So and how we're going to do that is make our own peppermint whipped cream. So what I need for this is going to be 1 cup of heavy cream. I'm using my, of course, Measure All. Oops, spilled a little bit there, of course. We got 1 cup of our heavy cream. I'm going to put this back in the fridge so it stays nice and chilly. So I'm going to pour that right into our whipped cream maker. And since I've already made a mess, I don't really care on my counter anymore right now. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this Measure All over. And what we're going to do is measure the powdered sugar. So on the solid side, that'll allow us to get that measured with the same instrument rather than getting something else dirty. So we need 1/4 cup of that confectionery or their powdered sugar. So I'm just gonna measure that into there. Let's see, it's pretty good. Get the Twistix clip on that guy. I don't know how he got away from me. We'll remedy that. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and add in our confectionery sugar to our whipped cream maker. And then the last ingredients that we need to go ahead and add into the whipped cream maker is going to be 1 teaspoon of our peppermint extract. So now I guess if you wanted to, if you were making this, you know, for an adults only party, you could do the whipped cream, you know, with some peppermint schnapps, or, you know, make it a little boozy for you. That would be yummy. I guess get that same peppermint flavor. But for this one, we're just going to go with the kid-friendly version here. So we're going to go ahead and lock our lid on our whipped cream maker. And then we're going to give that a good pump. We're going to let that go about 30 seconds. Now with this whipped cream maker, you can make this flavored whipped cream, like this peppermint whipped cream. You can also do butter with this. I think I also did post the other day on one of my posts about it. There was like a chocolate, an almond, all different kinds of flavors. Pretty much your imagination is your, you know, where you stop with this thing. So you can do whatever you'd like. So I'm starting to get some pretty good resistance. I'm going to check. Oh yeah. Well, let's see. Let me give that a little bit. Oh, good grief. Wow, I made a mess. So, give it a little bit more. It wasn't quite as set up as I wanted it to be. So, just keep it on going. So now what we're going to do as far as how the instructions tell us how to decorate this is to take half of this whipped cream, and then we're going to put it either into a decorating bag. Oh, good grief. I'm about to. We're going to put it into a decorating bag or a piping bag. If you didn't have that, you could always put it into just a regular, you know, Ziploc type of bag. And then just cut the corner off and make your own kind of piping bag. And there we go. Okay. Good thick whipped cream. What I am going to do is use actually our accent decorator. Last time I did check, it was temporarily unavailable. But like I said, keep checking back. Orders have to be placed by December 12th in order to get standard shipping in time for Christmas. So if that's something you're looking that you want to give someone on your list, you still have time. So don't fret. Just keep checking back on that. So this is the accent decorator that I'm going to use. This is going to come with 6 different tips for you, and also an instruction manual, which kind of gives you little hints about each tip. I'm using a regular star tip today. You just change your tips out by changing this little ring, which is called a coupler. So that's going to hold your tips in place on the end of your decorator. And then to fill it up, all we're going to do is just unscrew the top portion here. There's handy little arrows that align to let you know that your top needs to be aligned up this portion. So it's pretty easy to, you know, figure out. What I'm going to grab real quick is just one of our mix and scrapes and use this to put some of this whipped cream into our accent decorator. So the recipe calls to put half of your whipped cream into the piping bag or your decorating bag. My tip for this accent decorator is shake. That's my method to get anything down. It's where it works for chocolate. So you just kind of put it in there with the mix and scrape, clean up a little mess, and then shake. And it'll go down. You might have some air bubbles that are in there, but they'll work themselves out as you use it. So it looks about good. That's about half. So I'm just gonna scoop this, or excuse me, screw this lid on for right now. And then I'll clean up a little mess I made here. And I'll show you, we'll use that in a sec. So what we're gonna do first is use the other half of the whipped cream that we have and clean up our mess. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna spread evenly the rest of the whipped cream that we have kind of on top. So that's gonna cover up a lot of that mess that was caused by it being kind of, I didn't go all the way around it with the cake tester and releaser. That was my fault. So, like I said, live and learn. So with this whipped cream, you can just do this with the mix and scrape. Or if you wanted, you could use like an offset spatula. But I think this is just going to work out okay. So scrape that on there. With this one, I would say you could even like be super fancy and make like extra whipped cream and go down the side. It's a hot mess. Or like do extra crushed up candy canes and like kind of coat the side. I think that'd be pretty also. But that's okay. We're going to go with what we have. So now what we have is our whipped cream. And what I really love about this accent decorator is it's just literally is a one thumb dispenser. So you just dispense it with the one thumb and it's going to automatically start to come out. So it's really good for folks who have maybe some finger dexterity issues and can't use and hold a piping bag like they used to. This is really good. And it does allow you, it still gives you good control. You can, you don't have to do the full depression. You can do just one little tiny star, if you'd like. So what we're going to do, this tells us to pipe along the edge of the cheesecake. So I'm going to do kind of like a squiggly. I've never been like the best cake decorator. See, and I don't know if you can hear that or not, but you can hear the air bubbles kind of work out. And so you don't have to worry too much about those. So it looks like this is going to be about perfect to go all the way around. And I'm going to do little stars in the middle. Actually, hey, I'm going to cover up the whole top. Oh, didn't have enough. There we go. Looks great. Okay, and so now what we're going to do, I had crushed up some candy canes yesterday. So we had a quarter cup of crushed candy canes, and we're just going to use that to sprinkle on the top. Again, it would be pretty cute to coat the side of the cake or the cheesecake. Now you see a lot of birthday cakes have like sprinkles or, red velvet cakes kind of have crumbs on the side. That would hide a lot of sins if we covered that with candy cane. Or you could even do graham crackers, to kind of tie back, since it is a graham cracker, crust. That would work too and hide a multitude of sins. That's kind of a lot of candy canes. So I'm not going to use all of that. But I will bring this forward to show you. It looks really pretty. I'm sure it tastes delicious. We just had a little bit of difficulty due to my own error as far as the, the sides there kind of look a little rough. But let's see if I can tilt it and hold the bottom here. It looks really pretty. I think that turned out really nice. And I collect depression glass, so that's why I just pulled a piece of green depression glass serving dishes. But, you could I would definitely take it off of that metal tray. I don't think that should be served that way. That's why it's moving around on there, but just for time purposes. But that turned out great. I can see why they'd want you to let it set overnight, you know, but if we just did the tester and releaser the whole way around like we should have, which I did not do, it would have come out great. But really, if we had a little bit more time, I could cover that up, no problem. Be cute with put a couple candy canes around the sides, some whipped cream around the bottom. Good to go. Give people a couple cocktails. They will not know the difference. So, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed that demo to see how quick that whipped cream came together. You can really smell the peppermint coming off that whipped cream. Let me go ahead and we'll cut a slice for us and give it a try. Okay. Alrighty. I just grabbed a butter knife, so hopefully I'll be able to, excuse me, get a slice out here for us. Okay, make sure I get through that crust. Hey, it turned out pretty good. I am making a giant mess. Probably would have been easier with an actual serving spoon. Let's give this a try. It smells very pepperminty. It is very pepperminty. That's definitely a peppermint cheesecake. It's pretty good. It's not as dense as like what a traditional like New York style, I guess, cheesecake you would think of. I guess because the egg whites that are mixed into the cheesecake batter, but it's really good. I would say that would definitely be a hit on any holiday table, you know, or for a get together. But anyway, well, sorry that this took so many demos. I hope you all enjoyed, and hope you give this a try. I will know for next time to make sure that I make sure to release the whole way around the pan. So, but anyway, well, I hope you all have a great rest of your Sunday. Relax up and prepare for a new week. Stay happy and healthy. This week coming up is Thanksgiving week, so I hope you've got all your items prepared. Remember to take out your turkey, depending on the weight. I have not done that 2 years in a row, a long time ago, and had frozen turkeys. So, tip to you, take out your turkey. Well, anyway, all right, y'all. I hope y'all take care. Talk to you later. Bye.